50 Cent is pulling back the curtain on what he wasn't allowed to say in his Diddy documentary, and allegedly he's planning to include everything in Season 2. Netflix refused to include these details in their documentary. But 50 Cent is exposing everything. According to him, entire narratives were stripped out not because they were false, but because they were too dangerous.
And if you got a wild party and P. Diddy puts on that wild party and, he sets everybody up. Like if you were an intelligence agent, like a Jeffrey Epstein type deal, that'd be the way to do it. Big old crazy party, get everybody loose.
And get the cameras
Get them
rolling.
the yayo. Get them the yayo.
And everything else.
Get them everything you need. Get fired up. Get those cameras rolling. And now you got everybody under wraps. What a twisted web some folks weave.
Diddy might be in prison, but that doesn't mean he doesn't still have influence over the industry. Allegedly, some of the biggest executives at Netflix used to be friends with Diddy, and they're the reason 50 Cent wasn't allowed to include everything he wanted. Diddy can't issue a cease and desist, but he can use his network to control and shape the narrative.
That documentary, and if 50 do another one, and I heard he's gonna put it on YouTube or do whatever he's gonna do, Puff ain't gonna have nothing to do with that. Puff ain't gonna have nothing to do to try to stop that because he can't. Because if he could stop it, it would have been stopped. You know why he can't stop it? Because Puff know people right there at Netflix. Don't think he don't. And I don't know if this guy still worked for them, but he was part of the flavor unit, Shaquem. He was part of the flavor unit. He was good friends. He was cool with Puff and them. Flavor unit and them, Queen Latifah and them, they was cool with Puff. If Puff would have sent a cease and desist over there, and they could do it, and he had the power and they wasn't right, they would have been done it. You see, it's still rolling, right? It's still going on, right? He ain't got that power no more. You understand? Now, could he sue them because they use his likeness or use something and stuff like that? I don't know. I'm not that versed in they using him. You understand? If they can steal your whole damn idea, your whole damn ideal, why can't they steal your whole damn intellectual property?
Some of the worst allegations surrounding Diddy were completely ignored in the Netflix documentary, even though 50 mentioned them before its release. These allegations were allegedly too much for Netflix, and they weren't willing to take the heat. The freak-off tapes, the list of celebrities helping Diddy out, and probably the most dangerous detail of all the actual victims.
Then there's also like people that are elites, and that's their thing. Like their thing is to do something that is horrible, and it's not available to other people. So it's like, I think there's like a sickness that people have when they have power, like extreme power, and then what else can I do? What else can I do? What else is what else is taboo? What else is forbidden? Like all this Diddy shit that's coming out. Like
I was just gonna say, doesn't that sound topical?
Jesus Christ! The first day of the trial, did you pay attention to any of that stuff? I looked at it for like 10 minutes this morning, and I was like, I gotta stop. I can't look at this.
Well, what freaks me out is the people sitting in the courtroom listening to it.
Right.
And there's a wide spectrum of people that are getting subjected to it, and you just sit there and go,
yeah, well, not only that, how about the fact that this guy was running this for decades? He was doing this for decades to who knows how many people, and everybody was scared to talk about it because he'd have them.
We know for a fact that Diddy was taking advantage of child stars and artists who were coming to Bad Boy. Justin Bieber confirmed that there was real stuff happening behind the scenes. And even Usher said the same thing. When are these victims going to get justice?
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second. So yeah, it's hard because I want her to know that, she can count on me, but at the end of the day, I'm never gonna force myself to be in a relationship with her. It has to be natural, right? So I just kind of, let her do her thing, and if she ever needs me, I'm gonna be here for her. But But yeah, just protecting those moments because people take for granted encounters and yeah. So yeah, I just want to protect her, you know.
Almost every victim that testified against Diddy mentioned minors and Diddy's history of sexual abuse. But somehow, none of it was actually used in the trial. Now, again, Netflix refused to acknowledge these allegations. Why is that? 50 Cent knew that Netflix would never agree to a documentary that exposed everyone in the industry. This is why he's planning to release the second season himself, something no one in the industry is going to support him with.
I knew 50 Cent was not done with Diddy. I knew 50 Cent was not done with Diddy. He just confirmed that he has more stuff on Diddy that he couldn't even fit in the 4 episodes in the new Netflix Diddy documentary. With 50, it is so hard telling what this man got his hands on, but he said this in reference to the videos that he got of Diddy before he went to jail.
A lot of the personal footage of Diddy has shocked a lot of people. And I know, 50, the way you run, this cannot be all that you have. Is there other stuff that you just have not shown?
Yeah, well, everything couldn't make it was 4 episodes.
Right.
So it was a lot. You had to pick and choose things.
And on top of him saying that he has more dirt on Diddy, he is also saying that more people came to him with allegations against Diddy that never made it into the Netflix documentary. With the anticipation, they ask him, are you going to make a second documentary and put it on Netflix since you have all of this stuff? And he says that he is about to put it on YouTube.
With everything that was out and all of these people that were coming forward, have there been any new tips that you've gotten since it has been released?
Well, yeah, everyone starts to feel a little more comfortable when they see other people telling their truth about it.
Yeah. So yeah, it's got to be something on YouTube coming.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm not gonna lie, I felt like certain things were left out of this documentary, but now to hear him confirming it and saying he still has more and this man is about to post them on YouTube, I can only imagine what we haven't seen yet. Okay, this is getting absolutely crazy. So yesterday we heard 50 Cent confirm that he does have more video footage of Diddy, and now he's saying he has 140 more hours of video footage of Diddy. Now in a post he made about this video footage, he is saying he has 140 hours, and he did it with a video where there was a man claiming that 50 Cent has video footage of Diddy doing alleged criminal activity, and this could possibly get him more time. And this is the post that 50 Cent made. Correct, 140 hours of footage. I don't understand why he filmed himself, but I'm glad he filmed himself. The people who are supporting him will be quiet very soon when more comes out.
What 50 just came across in that secret little Diddy footage that he paid from the videographer that Diddy didn't pay, they are saying 50 has footage that will not only add more time to Diddy's sentence, but Diddy might not ever come out. Listen up, check this out. Now y'all know that footage that where Diddy is behind the scenes talking to his lawyer and all of this stuff, and people like, damn, what was Diddy recording it? Well, Diddy was recording it because he thought he was about to beat the case. So he wanted to do a Netflix documentary. Didn't pay the guy, and then 50 got all 140 hours of footage of secret Diddy tactics. Well, there's a guy named Neil who was mentioned in the court, works right up under Diddy, was organizing everything. Allegedly, they are saying that he is on video, film, tampering with witnesses, giving out addresses, offering money, bribing, we'll pay for your lawyers, all kind of shit that could be counted as witness tampering, obstruction of justice. And 50, of all people, has his hands on this footage. And I'm hearing that this could implicate Diddy's lawyers in some bullshit. They could be charged. This is getting wild. And I'm hearing that this 50 Cent documentary is just a tip of the iceberg, and I like it.
Hollywood elites pressured Netflix into removing parts of the documentary. The real list of Diddy's accomplices and the people who allegedly protected him at every stage was cut out. According to insiders, those cuts weren't creative decisions, they were damage control. Netflix reportedly didn't want to be responsible for naming people who still hold power in entertainment, politics, and business. Once those names are out there, there's no walking it back.
So I guess what I'm trying to figure out is like,
people can go away.
I mean, that's what people were saying, and maybe everybody's a conspiracy theorist now, but that's what people are saying about the Diddy situation. Like when the feds rolled up, with the fucking Hummers and shit, they're like, it wasn't about Diddy, it was about if there were tapes of powerful people there.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
They were the ones that called. They're like, I need to protect myself, so go in there with all the things and rip any tapes or any evidence.
Well, Prince Harry was hanging with Diddy.
I mean, everybody hung with Diddy. That's the other tricky thing. Like, Diddy hung out with everybody. And I've spoken to a bunch of people who are like, yo, great dude, like, always there for you, never asked for a single thing.
Till 1 a.m.
And then freak off.
Everybody says, get out of the house.
Yeah.
It's like the gremlins start eating after midnight. Everybody who tells the stories like, I saw I go upstairs and these dudes are like right on the couch.
Yeah.
And then I go in this room and these guys are
It's not even just the victims that Netflix refused to talk about. None of Tupac's family was included in the docu-series, even though they've been actively investigating Tupac's death since last year. Tupac's family has made it clear they believe the truth was buried intentionally, and that money, fear, and influence kept witnesses quiet. They've questioned why key figures were never seriously investigated and why certain leads were ignored altogether. None of that made it into the Netflix documentary.
Court TV has just confirmed that the family of Tupac Shakur is investigating a potential link between the murder of Tupac and Sean Diddy Combs. This coming from attorney Alex Spiro, who represents Tupac's family. Now, this investigation had been previously reported by unnamed sources, but earlier today, Spiro confirmed to our Court TV team that he and a team of investigators has been hired.
Sean Combs allegedly had business dealings with Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, who will go on trial next March for the murder of Tupac. This was back in 1996. Some have speculated that Diddy ordered Tupac's death. That, of course, is just a theory at this point, and we are monitoring the developments in both the Tupac murder trial and the federal indictment of Sean Diddy Combs. So a lot of information to come on that one.
Even the fact that Diddy talked to Tupac's family wasn't included. In October 2024, Mupram Shakur appeared on Piers Morgan Uncensored to share his thoughts on the ongoing investigation, stating that there's a lot more to the situation than meets the eye. Mupram revealed that Diddy had personally called him in 2008 to tell him that he was innocent, to which Mupram responded, "The truth is still yet to come out."
What's interesting to me about your involvement in this is that Diddy actually called you after an LA Times article in 2008 alleging he'd been involved in your brother's death. What did he say that day when he called you?
He was in town. He was in LA at the time. He was on the radio. He asked a local DJ that we all know, Big Boy, to reach out to me because he wanted to speak to me about something. This is a few years after Pac's murder, and we all were familiar with all the rumors and stuff. I said, yeah, let me talk to him. So he called me, and I had my guys with me, Thug Life guys, and we heard what he had to say. He basically said he ain't have nothing to do with my brother's. And I told him the truth is still yet to come out, so we're gonna see. Here we are 27, 28 years later. Looks like there's some doubt in that statement. So, thus, along with all the other suspicions that people have, it was time for it to be investigated.
In a statement at the time, Diddy declared, "This story is a lie, the LA Times story. Neither I nor the late Notorious had any knowledge of any attack on Tupac before, during, or after it happened." Do you think that was an honest statement?
My opinion is that I don't believe it was 100% honest statement.
It's like the documentary is actively trying to ignore the fact that other people were involved. Diddy was running a criminal empire, and he wasn't doing it alone. Former staff, artists, and industry insiders have admitted they knew something was off, but stayed quiet because speaking out meant getting blacklisted. That silence didn't just protect Diddy, it protected everyone else involved.
But all this is bigger than Diddy. It's bigger than Diddy, bro. Cause you know who else they was doing investigation on during that whole time period? It was the mayor and the politicians in New York City. They turn around and give him the key to the city. All the mayor people that he brought on here in New York City are all resigning. They all resigning. People ain't gonna tie this together, but if you look at it, you have to say, because of Mayor Adams and his relationship with Diddy, it brought on the Southern District of New York to start investigating Diddy on civil lawsuits that was put against him. Because the feds is going after all these politicians in New York City.
Yeah, the feds revealed that, anybody that, participated in any, criminal behavior at his freak-offs, they're going to pursue.
Listen here. The mayor here take like 15 spoons of sugar in his coffee. So it's all a possibility.
Do you think it's any celebrities on them tapes?
Bro, he gave celebrity parties. So what you think?
The rumors are that Diddy was running some kind of Epstein type deal where he was filming everybody, right?
That's the rumors. Yeah, I don't know that there's any proof or anything other than that.
The thing is, we're getting the rumors from the internet, and the internet thinks that the Taliban took out that bridge in Baltimore. So it's like, who knows? Who knows what's real?
That's what Diddy's lawyers, I think, said. It was like that. These are just trumped up charges. Not trumped up. I don't think they said that, but like bullshit charges.
Dude, when Homeland Security invades your house,
you got problems
with dudes with guns and body armor.
Someone said that they weren't there to take stuff; they were there to delete everything. Like the real people that were in there,
Oh,
like
that's
the same
funny.
thing with Epstein.
There was a lot going on, and then there's people that thought that Puffy was involved and Suge Knight was involved.
Speaking of, I think Suge Knight's the one who said that thing I just thought of.
What thing?
About that they were there to delete stuff.
Well, if he really was filming everybody,
Let's see.
I mean, he had a lot of people at those parties, right? You know who said Luke from 2 Live Crew?
Yeah, he said he was to leave early.
Yeah, when Luke from 2 Live Crew is leaving early, like, you got a wild party. If what's happening is too f***ed up for Luke from 2 Live Crew? Like, check please. There's so many different stories.
Everyone in the industry is now hating 50 Cent because of what he exposed. Executives who've spent decades protecting reputations, publicists who polish stories, and artists who turned a blind eye are suddenly facing scrutiny they never anticipated. That's why the backlash is so intense. They hate 50 Cent because he's exposing them and everything they ever did.
Yeah, he got everybody going, man. He's getting a lot of backlash, man. Like, people are like mad at 50 for getting behind this thing.
Well, see, the thing about it is that people are out their rabbit ass mind. And they gonna sit up here and they gonna say some stuff like, they try to make it up like, it's because of a girl, it's because of a woman. A man that can have any woman in the damn world, you understand, go any parts of the world, find beautiful women all over the world, that's willing to do whatever he wants to. I'ma be mad because this dude got this one? Nah, it's bigger and it's more than that. They don't wanna say it. A lot of these cats out here don't wanna tell the truth behind it. You understand? When 50 was out here, trying to get into, he was writing for most of Puff stuff. He was writing for artists. He was writing for different people. LL, Puff, whatever he can get money at, you know what I'm saying, to do some writing and stuff like that. Jam Master Jay had him writing something like that. So Fifth was writing. Then when he did How to Rob the Industry Cat joint, he's supposed to be the next one to come out of New York. You understand what I'm saying? He gets in this beef, you know what I'm saying, with Murder Inc., Ja, Irv Gotti, Supreme them. They try to eliminate him. Then Puff and the other people put a tag on him where it's that, yo, don't let him make no money. Don't sign him. You ain't gonna have none but problems. They put a bad tag on him. You understand? He gotta go to the West Coast and with Dre and Eminem to get his deal. You understand what I'm saying? So they put this tag on him to stop him from eating his craft. You understand? They try to kill him, you understand? Because they got a problem with him. And then you supposed to have some love. So people who try to take you out of here, try to stop you from eating and everything like that. Diddy was a part of that too. He was a part of that.
Diddy is even planning to sue 50 Cent and Netflix for $1 billion. He's never actually going to do it though. Diddy knows that if he tries suing 50 Cent, 50 is just going to leak all the tapes and evidence he has out in the open.
50 Cent's highly anticipated documentary about Sean Diddy Combs is officially here. And we hear from 2 jurors from the Diddy trial, some accusers who spoke out for the documentary, and 50 Cent got his hands on some footage that Diddy claims belongs to him.
We have to find somebody that'll work with us that has dealt in the dirtiest of dirty business. We're losing.
I reached out to Sean Combs' spokesperson, who tells me that the reason why that personal footage exists is because Sean Combs has been documenting his own life since he was 19 years old. They say that this footage was captured from a personal videographer hired by Sean Combs.
If Sean Combs watches this, what do you think he's going to feel?
Like, wow, this is amazing. I think he's going to say this is the best documentary I've seen in a long time. Because you'll see people saying that. I mean, he may feel a different way about pieces and bits of it, but he knows the truth.
His lawyers even sent a cease and desist letter to Netflix, which I have obtained. I reached out to Netflix and they referred me to a statement from the documentary's director who says, quote, "It came to us, we obtained the footage legally and have the necessary rights."
50 isn't just stopping at documentaries either. He's taking this straight to the highest level. 50 Cent openly said that if it came down to it, he would personally call President Trump to make sure Diddy never gets a pardon.
50 Cent don't give a damn. He don't give a damn. He literally is saying he's going to reach out to Trump to remind Trump of the things that P. Diddy has said about him for the sole express purposes of making sure that Trump doesn't pardon Diddy in the event that Diddy gets convicted of sex, trafficking, and racketeering. That's what 50 Cent is sworn to do. And I gotta admit to you, that's wild. Damn, you know you got an enemy there when the man want to go out of his way to contact the president, you know, and clearly he has some kind of inroads where he can get to President Trump so President Trump can hear him. He's basically saying, yo, brother need to go down.
The only reason Diddy ever escaped a life sentence is because of his fame. One of the jurors was actually a fan of Diddy, and it's almost impossible that she wasn't fangirling over him during the trial. Kirk Burrows, co-founder of Bad Boy, said the same thing. The jury was starstruck by Diddy, and that's how he survived.
The jurors in the Diddy doc that I am very briefly in show us 2 very different perspectives that combine to create the not guilty verdicts on the big charges. This one is a fan. She liked day 26. But you can see the glitter in her eyes from being around Puff. It's like she went to a concert. She's excited to share moments with him, to look at him during the trial, to feel the same things as him, to see him doing the same nod that he did during making the band. She's won over by the fame, and I'm sure that's part of why some of these jurors voted not guilty. But this man knows and cares nothing of Puff's fame. But he says, why did she keep going back to him like they were lovers in a crazy relationship? This is a complete misunderstanding of trauma bonds, as well as a complete misunderstanding of how Cassie was personally, financially, and professionally yoked to Diddy. Throughout the trial, people said, why didn't she just leave? Which is essentially what this man is saying. Why didn't she just leave? She explained that her career was tied to him. He kept her broke. When she talked about leaving, he threatened to release the freak-off tapes. He threatened her mother. And whenever she actually did run away, he sent his bodyguards to go and bring her back. So there was no way for her to leave. But y'all want to talk about why didn't she just leave? You can't have the luxury and the complaint. Trauma bonds are very difficult to understand.
The 4-part series also features 2 jurors from Combs' trial who are speaking for the first time about how they reached their mixed verdict, finding Combs guilty of 2 prostitution offenses, but clear of racketeering and sex charges, both sharing their thoughts on the relationship between Combs and singer Cassie. Juror 75 describing them as 2 people in love, and Juror 160 saying in part, domestic violence wasn't one of the charges. Cassie, is she a victim in all this?
I believe Cassie's a victim in all this because she came in as she's like 18, like 19 years old in the very beginning. After a while, over time, you condition for it.
The goal of what the film is trying to do is to let the audience kind of come in to ask questions like, were their decisions colored by certain things, and who got the benefit of the doubt, in that courtroom?
Do you think that hip-hop culture was on trial as much as Sean Combs was?
Not all. Look, if I didn't say anything, you would interpret it as the hip-hop is fine with his behaviors. There's no one else being vocal. So you would look at it and just say, because that mind your business, or let me not say nothing about nothing, or those things, it would allow the entire culture to register as if they're for that behavior.
If Sean Combs watches this, what do you think he's going to feel?
Like, wow, this is amazing. I think he's going to say this is the best documentary I've seen in a long time. Because you'll see people saying that. I mean, he may feel a different way about pieces and bits of it, but he knows the truth.
Netflix may have refused to air the truth, and the industry may be trying to bury the conversation. But the leaks, the tapes, and the testimonies are out there. 50 Cent isn't stopping, and neither are the people demanding answers. The question now isn't just whether Diddy faces justice.